Live. How's it going, everyone? Once again, do apologize. I had to move this up early. Some personal things that I want to get done. The only way to get them done is to, I had to move up the stream, which is my fault. I should have assumed. So that is my fault, guys. I do apologize. But hopefully this still works. It is a Sunday. So as you can see here, we've got some things done. So I opened up the minifigures. I did technically bag two, which was just the defense thing back there, or the little like bumper shield, which I didn't even know was in the set. It's not advertised on here, so that was a cool little nice bonus. And we got the turret. The minifigures weren't built, and the other thing we went and did early is the thing that would be the most unentertaining and longest part of this whole build. Is I made the tracks for the wheels. There's two 31s and two 25s. So I did that off screen. I did that myself. It was not as bad as doing the elephant ones because the elephant ones were longer, but this still was not the most fun. Basically, I cut off like an hour and a half of this stream. So I'm hoping once we get started here now, we can get this done within, I would hope, 2 hours. So I did take a little bit of a blinky before going live, so I'm starting to feel that. So let's not waste any more damn time. Let's dive right into this build. This is the Scorpion. This set is long out of print. It is pretty highly desirable set. So I was lucky to see someone, well, Amazon got a restock of like 10, 15, something like that. I got very lucky checking it one morning. And this ended up actually getting here even earlier than it was supposed to be here. Initially, it was April 1st, and then at some point it switched to May, but I wasn't really confident in that. And then it shipped, and then it wasn't supposed to get here till Monday, and now it's here today on a Sunday. So, you know, it is what it is. I do have the live chat to my right on my iPad, so feel free to comment, and let's build this thing, you know what I mean? I'm very, very excited, though. I'm very excited to be finishing off. This will be my last build, unless I notice something going out of print that might become a little bit harder to get later down the line after G-Fest. This will be probably my last live build for a while. I don't even think I'm going to get like any character packs that don't involve any building. I think this is it right here, since this and the Skiff Interceptor was a little bit a little much at the time, so I was a little naughty. So but it definitely was worth it. That set, the Skiff Interceptor that we built last time, is completely auto print, not available on Amazon anymore, and the aftermarket prices kind of went up, so I don't regret it. It's also a really fun set, and it gave me more manglers, which is probably low-key my favorite weapon and Halo Infinite. I love the mangler. I love one-shot game modes. So here is step 13. I kind of just started working on it. But yeah. So how's everyone doing today, this weekend? I hope everyone's doing well. I'm doing pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. We're doing pretty good. Despite last week having some stresses and some other stuff. I'm glad to be back making content a little bit more regularly, a little bit more guaranteed. You know, I say that with hesitation, but it feels good, okay? It feels good. So hopefully you guys are enjoying it. It is sad to say that I probably won't be doing more Mega Bloks builds, because I do enjoy this. I know these aren't the most popular on the channel, and that's a-okay. But I do like doing it, and for the people that do like popping in, watching these streams, I thank you guys. So, but of course, I'm not gonna ask people to watch content that they're not completely interested in, especially if they already know that they're not interested. So don't ever feel bad for not watching the live streams either if you're watching this after the fact. That's a-okay. We all have busy lives. Busy lives we got to take care of, which is, you know, one of the reasons why I got to move this stream up a little bit. But it's just exciting to be able to do this with content. So I'm very excited to build this. I've never owned a Scorpion, just like most things. I never really got a chance to own a lot of the sets back when I was in high school, and those were the early Halo Wars variants. So some of those are good, some of those not as good. I know the community likes to hold a lot of those old sets very highly just because they're old and rare and they're valuable. But man, I look at some of those and I think, wow, these are rough. Sometimes I just can't deny it. All right, I got to be a little bit sassy. Oh wait, what the hell? Oh, okay, I think I see what's going on here. Weird that it's built like this. Looks like it's built like this. This is very odd. Very odd configuration, but hey, I don't judge. Two of the long ones and the last large piece. So we're building right now. We're building the base of it, the scorpion itself. Oh, this isn't. Oh wow, this build is so weird. It's not even. It's like normally, like most of the time when they're building stuff like this. Oh yeah, because the cockpit and the turret that's on there. Okay, never mind. That makes sense. I'm smart. Definitely smart. I'm not. I am not very smart, but okay. Okay, this is the turret. Duh. So, but yeah, I hope getting this all set up. So now you guys can kind of see how if I was building this off camera, not doing a live stream on it, this is how every step would be. I would just take the time to build up these spots and do it exactly like this. But obviously, can't do that with live stream. Oh wait, what the heck? Oop, I messed up. Slightly messed up this part. I even counted it too. I put the 3 instead of the 2. Oops. See? Why are you not paying attention? I was monologuing there, YouTube monologuing. And look at what I did to myself. See? See? I tell you guys. It's wonderful. Let's do it like this. And then I put on the wrong length of these singles. Oh my goodness, I'm just falling apart this stream. It's supposed to be the 6. Yeah, the 6. Yeah, I'm trying to hurry this up, which inevitably is probably going to cause more issues than if I don't, read the instructions. Normally I do like the counting on the links or the block, the tips. But I'm trying to, I feel like that's just not entertaining to watch. So I'm trying to do a 50-50 here. You know what I'm saying? Trying at least. Okay. Now we're back on track. We built that one. Oh God, my back is already starting to hurt. Wonderful. Great start. Here we go. We got another 2. We've got this piece. I already know this piece. Which one is these? Are the long ones? Okay. Something like this. I do feel like I'm moving a lot faster on this one, though, I'm not gonna lie. And then, oh, this piece is right here. So this is a cockpit of some sort. Technically, I'll be honest, there's a little bit of a critique with this set. There's a cockpit up there. You can see it on the box, but it doesn't have a third UNNC alignment character in the box. So technically, you have your Spartan and you have your Marine, but no one's actually driving it. So that kind of pose doesn't quite make sense because that turret is not like, that's not to be picky, but that's not where you control it. That's just an additional turret. So I'm sure, I think the lore behind the set is that the Scorpion breaks down, which is why it's a clash which is why there's still someone on there, because it comes with a bunch of tools. I'll need to pull some of those off because it looks like some of them go somewhere on the turret. Otherwise, they gave a bunch of extra tools, which I'm not going to really be against because I don't mind the extra pieces, especially stuff like that. So, let's see, is that the 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that's the 5. Okay. Let's see here. Let us see. Let us see. Boom. We got center. So this is like the bottom, pretty sure. It's kind of like, well, it might actually be like this. I don't know. I don't know where this lays, I'm going to be honest. And that's kind of the fun part, not knowing. We'll probably only need a 1 3, not 2 3s. Fun note for any tokusatsu fans. I finished, well, obviously I finished Jeed. I did finish the movie, I think, but I'm going to go back and watch it because I kind of forgot that Orb and Juggler are such important parts to it. I was supposed to start New Gen, all the way over at the start of New Gen with Ginga, but no one is streaming Ginga. That Amazon channel that had Ultraman stuff on it is not like it doesn't mean that all the shows are streaming. It's a live channel, kind of like the Pluto channel with Godzilla, so you don't actually get to choose what you watch. It's whatever plays at the same time. So no one is streaming Ginga right now, and the Blu-ray has gone a little bit more expensive. Like, if you go on Amazon, a lot of those Blu-ray sets from Mill Creek you can get for like 10, 15 bucks. You can't do that with Ginga, and I don't think Taiga is the same way. So I am gonna move those up on my purchase because I would like to not spend $60 on those sets. I have a few around the $30, $40 mark, but obviously I also have to have money for that. So free money for that, and I don't have that right now. So hopefully I can get Ginga before it goes out of stock. Otherwise, might be at G-Fest at the DVD World table. That would be my second choice, because if I'm gonna have to spend like the full, MSRP price on it, that's how much I would, that would be the place for me to do it, is at G-Fest. I know some people might say that's the last place to do it, but we got to support our G-Fest dealers if we can. So if I'm going to spend 40, 50 bucks on it, that would be my place to do it personally. Oh, what the heck? What a weird, this is such a weird design. Look at that. That's so weird. Why are they doing that? That's so funny. It's crazy to me when they do stuff like that. That's just so different. I love it. I love it. I love it when they do weird, configurations like that. Because it is so damn different. Let's see here. Okay, let's see here. Boom, bam, boom. Boom, 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 boom. Let's see here. We are working our way. I think this is one of the larger number amount sets right here. So that's kind of why I especially wanted to get this chunk done. because of, oops, I don't know why I did that. I don't know why. Got dog hair in there. Darn dog. That's okay. Oh, what the hell? Oh yeah. Hopefully getting this set up means we're going to be spending a lot less time on this set. Not because I don't want to enjoy it, which is kind of the bad part about kind of rushing this, is I'm not going to be able to really just breathe it in and enjoy it as it's, like I said, supposed to be. You know, supposed to be my last build for a while. You know, because I kind of went crazy with these a little bit. You know, my wallet is hurting. Yeah. You know, so. I want to get this done. I have plenty of other things. I have like 2 to 3 more videos to record. I'm basically, besides new content with the SHFs, the Ultraman stuff that I'm getting from Nin. Yeah, Nin. I don't know why I had to hesitate to say that. The new stuff I'm getting from Nin, so Mecha Gigantron, Belial, and then they did have a clearance sale on another kaiju that I did indulge myself in a little bit. So there's 3 things in that box. Something that I should have had last month, 2 months ago in January. Yeah, something I was supposed to get in January. There's an even cheaper deal on it. So I did go ahead and do that kind of naughtily. But I'm very excited to get that. And then besides those videos, well, Mecha Gigantron, I don't know if I'm going to do a review for Belial. That I will leave completely up to you guys. We'll do a poll if you want one for Belial. It isn't a new paint scheme, and it does look better, in my opinion, than the old one. I do think it looks just a little bit more crisp, but I think that's kind of the new gen kind of style that they've been doing with these figures. Is been brightening up the colors, you know, making the silvers really metallic. It looks really nice. Yeah, we're almost done with this step. Oh my goodness. We're just blowing through it. With new gen stuff, they've been kind of making the figures brighter, shine a little bit more. It, honestly, to me, some people might not agree, I think that really, really, really makes them more professional looking. It makes them really look premium when you've got that nice metallic bright silver, rather than kind of like they did that with the Shinkoho Seiho Tiga. The first release is kind of a little bit more matte, dirtier silver, and then they came back around with the reissue and they made it the brighter silver that matches Gaia and Dinah a little bit. Dinah's still a little bit more on the matte side, in my opinion, but oh, I know exactly where we are. You know, it still looks pretty good. Let's see here. Yeah. Oh yeah, we know exactly where we're at right now. I technically don't really have to look at the instructions for this point. I can just look at the front of it. So yeah, this is the front of the Scorpion right here. So this is the pilot seat. This is the circle turret, which we will get all built here. We will get this all built. Or at least, I don't know if the full mechanism's right there, but we do have some of it right there at least. So yeah, this set's kind of weird. So it's a 900 piece set. It's almost 1,000, but it has at least 100 tracks, which counts as each piece. And then with all of the pieces, the hunters, I'll pick them up at the end. The hunters are just so cool, so updated from the ones that I'm used to. way back in the day, the original hunter, it was kind of a shell shock in a good way. They're much more articulated. They feel nicer. And I just like, I was really impressed. I'm not gonna lie. I was very impressed. So, you know, I kind of want to show that off a little bit, but we'll see here. So let's see, we're on the back end. Even, got a 3. Then we do have the 4 that goes across the second layer. There we go. Very nice. The innards of the scorpion. It's looking different. It's definitely a different look. Here's the grates. You can see them right there on the photo. Sorry, I'm trying to get back. Okay. Here we go. Tater hair gets everywhere. It's not a big deal. I don't mind. Like I said, you can just blow them away. But it's just so funny to see how much of his hair gets everywhere. Even when he's not in the room constantly, he is every bit of this house as much as his mom and I are. And it's awesome. For any of y'all that don't have a pet, it is awesome. It's stressful and expensive, but I wouldn't change it for the world. Very fortunate. Does this clip in? Oh my God, this does, it clips in. That's kind of crazy. Wow, that's not what I was expecting. Okay, so then it's like this. And then it's got a flat 2-piece right here. And this poop, hopefully. Okay. Okay, interesting. Okay, so that can't take a lot of pressure. By can't take a lot of pressure, it can't take any pressure. I thankfully didn't break it because I would not be getting I would not be getting a replacement set of this, I don't think. So, yeah, because Amazon, even the really expensive ones aren't even on Amazon anymore. Those are gone, the $200 listings. So, 0 of these on any marketplace. Kind of regretful, because kind of sad, because it's definitely a set I recommend for anyone who wants to buy Halo Mega. This would be one of the sets, I would say. You know, if you've got to spend a little bit of money. It's really nice, mainly because you get both the Banished Hunters, which the only other set with a Banished Hunter off the top of my head that I can think of is the Wasp set, but you have to buy 2 of them because it only comes with 1 hunter in it, which, if you know Halo lore, the hunters normally don't travel by themselves. So they're almost always grouped. Okay, so that's it there. So we do have some extra pieces. That wasn't too bad. That was nice. How long have we been going? 23 minutes only? Oh, wow. We're keeping it quick tonight, folks. But this is where things are going to start taking a little bit more time, because I'm not going to be going through and organizing quite the way I was. I'll pick through these pieces to make it a little bit easier on me. Just kind of group up the things that I see, but we will not be organizing it as nicely as I did. It's just going to take too much time, too much dead time on the stream. And for anyone who might be watching this after the fact or watching it live, I want to make this entertaining. as I always try to do with my content. I do try to make things entertaining. I can't say that I always am entertaining, but the attempt, an attempt is better than nothing. Some pieces. Yeah, holy cow. I think most of the main body of the Scorpion's going to be done. I know we don't get to the wheels until step... I think some of the wheel pieces are in step 5. I think 5, 6, and 7 are all wheel pieces. Or no, all of 7 is the wheels. And then we'll put the tracks on. And then the Scorpion's basically done at that point. Once we get past 6. Because 8 is a pretty small bag. I'm kind of looking to see what pieces we got here. Then we've got... the one it specifically lists is this one. And then... it is nice to be back at these booklet instructions, though. The skiff being the fold, like the upwards one, like a notebook. That sucked. That sucked. That traumatized me a little bit, I'm not gonna lie. I was not... I bet you guys could tell I was not having fun with that. So once we get back to some of the older sets and we do more live streams, it's gonna be it's gonna be rough, that's for sure. But yeah, I'm just... dude, to be back in Halo, to be enjoying it. I've been watching so many lore breakdowns, been watching the book summaries. I thought about maybe just seeing if I can't find like a free audiobook of the books that I have, because I do own a lot of the older-ish ones. All the ones up until like 2014, 2015. I think I own almost all of them. I used to... the place where I live now is like one of the... how to say it without like giving too much. This is like the place in my state, okay? This is where we used to come to when we needed entertainment. And this is where Barnes & Noble is. And, well, that's what I used to come here for a lot. Would be for my Barnes & Noble's haul of Halo books. For the ones I couldn't get at Walmart, because Walmart, and I think they still do, they don't get every book, but it seems like they get some of them every now and then, or at least like the first week or two when they're live, and then... or when they're new, and then they don't carry them much longer. But they... besides newer ones, like for the older ones, so that's why I'm pretty sure I don't have all of them. I think I have First Strike, I have... oh... I have The Flood, I have Fall of Reach. I can't... off the top of my head. I've got a big old box in my garage. Or it might be in the house somewhere. I don't know where. Having PTSD flashbacks from that piece. But that helped me get the piece that I was looking for. So, you know what? A score's a score. A few of those books. And then I had all the Halo 4 era books with the Prometheans and stuff. I had all of those. The trilogy. The Icebox trilogy? What the hell are they called? I literally was watching a few videos on recapping those books again. Basically with Buck and the Arbiter. I have all of those. I enjoyed those a lot. Those were good books. Obviously, because I can remember them. But no joke. Those were some of the fun ones. And that was before I realized that, there was... that's when I learned from the game, or, not counting the games, that there was more Spartans alive than just Chief. I was always a dumb kid and thought Chief was basically the only Spartan around, which is why in the games he's basically the only one that's around. But nope. plenty of other plenty of other Spartans. Um, that'd be why. And blue team, stuff like that. I was a dumb kid. It's safe. It's just safe to say I was a pretty dumb kid. Oblivious, maybe, if you want to say that's being a little too rude. Pardon me. I don't know if that burp came up, but I do apologize. So, I was an oblivious kid. There we go. Step 52 now already. A few pages in. We're 20 pages in. We are blowing through this. Now we've got to make the exact same thing on the other side. So, the other pieces. I need a 3 flat. There it should be. Whew, man. But it's just, I don't know. Halo's been fun. Halo's been a lot of fun. I've got ideas for all of this, so it's not just me just buying things to buy things. I do, channel-wise, besides the build streams, this will mean something someday. I don't exactly know when that someday will be a reality. You guys will know when it is, obviously. But as of right now, that is under wraps. It's an idea I've had for a very, 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 very long time, since I was like in high school, even in middle school. Not that it's like a completely original thought, of course. It's not, but it just shows how long I've had it, and it's gone through a lot of different changes. And now it's legitimately in its most likely state to happen. And I'm very scared and excited to hopefully someday in the not too distant future be able to show you guys. Hopefully. If I don't get too scared. It's admittingly it would be the scariest thing I've ever worked on project wise. It would take time, a lot of time. It's still taking a lot of time. You know how many draft pages I have for this thing and character sheets? I don't have a lot of character sheets, but I have a lot of story graphs, so I don't remember things. It's not unique, but I'm very excited to hopefully be able to do what I wanted to as a young lad and contribute something really extra cool to this community. Hopefully. Licensing pending. No, I'm just kidding. No licensings. I don't have money to pay for Halo and Godzilla and Ultraman and all that stuff. Licensing. Oh my goodness. It's so expensive. All right. So we've got the front of the Scorpion done. Oh, come on. Little bastard. There we go. And now we have the back section kind of done. Which it does look like, to me, wait, oops, messed up the placement. I knew as I was saying that, I was like, oh, that doesn't look right. Which looks like to me, we're going along nicely. Yeah, this is the back of the turret. So here's the whole big turret part that we're going to be building here in a second. Very exciting. Very exciting indeed. Hopefully y'all are excited as well. Which one do I need here? I need the 225. And I need just a regular 2. Put this 5 right here. We gotta take this 5. Is it built the same way? Look at this the same direction. Yep. I can't wait to see how many, I've got so many extra pieces from these sets, so I'm excited to see what extra pieces I'm going to get from this one. I don't, just judging off the ones I already got, I've got some fun stuff, but nothing that's like super useful yet. Nothing I can't really, like I can't even build like a shield or something, like one of these little shields. Like I can't even do like a makeshift one for the humans, but maybe after this one I can. Oh God, there's printed pieces in here. It's a good thing we've been paying attention the whole time. I have not been paying attention the whole time. That's the joke. I have not been paying attention. Yeah. Who here likes Halo? Eric. I love Mega Bloks Halo. Hey. Same. That's why I love getting back into these. I'm a big fan of these. And these newer sets that have come out over the last 5 years, for the ones that I've been able to get, or 4 years, I guess. Basically, I got one character pack that was a Halo 4, Halo 5S set, but basically everything I've gotten has been within the Infinite era of stuff, and these sets have been so much fun. Way better than they used to be. I won't lie, and I do love the old sets. I still got to go back and get my old ones, hopefully, if they're still built. But I do like the feel of these new sets. These are easy to put together, which is one of my favorite parts. Not because I don't like a challenge, but because I like them to make sense, and these make a lot of sense. Or some of the old ones would be a little annoyingly tough. Where I need another one of these pieces. I know I have one in here. Where are you at? I doubt you've seen my project, but he's for a fan series. Oh, nice. I maybe have. I'm really bad at names, but if I haven't, I'll have to check that one out. That is, I was kind of talking about that a little bit ago. That is kind of my plan as well, is using Halo Mega Bloks with Godzilla-esque related things. But I haven't really figured it out yet. And late to the ball game. Yes, yeah, these seem to be the best things to use for a style of project like that. 3 of those. So I'm still missing, I mean, I'm not missing it. The piece is in here somewhere. Okay. We're going to have to, hopefully, hopefully I won't need that piece to balance anything out. So at the end of this, when I find it, oh, there it is. Never mind, I find it. I still can't see because of, you know, the setups. Using this, the regular tripod instead of the light selfie one is admittingly a bit easier, but yeah. Yeah, no, so Eric, I gotta remember that. So Godzilla and Ultraman Daikaiju Gaiden. I gotta remember to watch that. That sounds like a lot of fun. So, and maybe that means I'll have to change my plans, because not that I was expecting to be the first one to do this, because a few people have done it. I might have to try to find a way to make it unique and different, so I don't, you know, so I can make sure that I have different ideas, because if all the ideas I had were ideas that you had, then got some rewrite. I got a lot of rewriting to do, but that's okay. You know, I want to make something unique. And if someone else had had the same idea and got it done first, well, that's awesome. I'm very interested, though. Very, very interested. I'll have to go and check that out. Is this one of the large twos? This is one of the large. Okay. There we go. So this is where my eyes kind of work against me with how these build. I gotta really be making sure that I'm watching which of these flat pieces they're using. Then over here, got 3 of these. Are these the larger ones or the smaller ones? Looks like they're the larger ones. My goodness. Dude, these sets have been a blast. To build, and then these are 2 above. Sorry, I had to put on my concentration brain there for a second, guys. There we go. These are looking nice. Oh, it looks like the neighbors are hammering on something, of course. Well, I can't say nothing. I'm loud at night as well. Or when I was working overnights, I probably could be very unruly. So, you know. And I adjusted my articulation figure shelves, and I'm sure that was very loud. So, you know, karma do be happening. These, we've got 1, 4. There's a, oh, there it is. Set this down, gotta build this. I'm still, trying to grab all the pieces of each step just to make sure that I can do this right. Okay, so it's flipped like this. We got 2 of these pieces. I wish we had a third piece of these. I wish, because if you guys remember my Hornet, this is the same piece used in the Hornet. In fact, it's the same, it looks like it's the same green. Well, I used too much pressure on it and I broke it. My fault. So it would be cool if this had an extra, but it looks like it does not. So we're gonna see if this was a me thing. Oh, man. There we go. Yeah, oh, that worked just fine. Yep, so in the end, that was all me. Oh, dude, this, I don't remember seeing this in like a video or something. This is so cool. Oh, and this is where you put the chest. I don't like that it fits in there. It's supposed to be diagonal. I thought for a second, there was a moment of panic of, did I build this very wrong? No, it is supposed to be like this. So that's where all the extra tracks are and stuff. So that is so cool. I didn't realize it had this little storage compartment in there. That is, damn. Okay, so that's really, really cool. See, little design choices like that gets me so giddy, because that is so cool, because I would have never have thought to do something like that, because I'm not I'm not very intelligent in stuff like this. So seeing that is just like, that's so cool. I love these sets. Dude, I gotta, man, oh man, I'm big. Oh man, I played a little bit of Halo, because admittingly, I haven't been playing Halo because I've been having my Mega Bloks, so I've been, or my Mega, just Mega, I've been playing, with my toys a little bit, so I haven't been playing Halo as much. Plus, there's nothing wrong with taking like little short breaks. I've been taking a little bit. I do got to get back on the grind though, because I think Operation Blue Team is almost over, and we definitely don't want that to end before I get all the rewards, because I don't have the premium pass. So if I don't finish the pass before then, I can't. I won't be able to get all the free rewards at least. Sounds like I might miss out on the premium ones. It sounds like these small ones you have to basically buy the pass to be able to get them later down in life, which I'll admit I'm not crazy about that mindset of the game, but like I get it too. You know, the fact that every battle pass is basically available besides the limited events ones, you know, is already kind of a big plus. Most companies won't do that or let you switch in the middle of a season, because that's what I was doing, is going back through a season. I'm just going in order of all the ones I missed and completing them, except when it comes down to a situation like this where we have a limited time one. Still available. We already did that one. Okay, so we did this one. Did you see me get confused there for a second? Well, we got these clear pieces. Oh, dude. Ooh, ooh. Okay, there's the other one. I was going to say, I didn't see a second one. I'd be a little frightened. I always get fearful that I don't have all the pieces. It doesn't matter. It makes me nervous. Especially on a set like this, where it's like, obviously a refund would help, but it's like then I still would have to order the piece. It would have to remain unbuilt. You know, it's not like the Hornet where it's like it had a semi-easy fix because that's the end. But you know, it makes sense. It kind of makes sense. This is a cool little piece on how they're building this up. These clear pieces, I wish I could just kind of buy these in bulk for buildings and stuff, for like up close shots of just photography. But don't really have that either. And then it just gets hidden by these pieces. What? Is this a door? Oh, this is the door. This is the little, you can see the flap up there. Okay. So these are going to connect on a hinge right here. Okay, never mind. I was about to say, don't put clear, unique pieces in here just just to not use them, guys. That would make me so sad. But nope. They're in use. They're in use. They're in use. I'm just overreacting a little bit. Okay. This is a little weird. I won't deny this is a little bit of a weird piece. I trust them as I've trusted before. I am just a not smart builder. So, you know, trust the professionals. And hopefully we can get our watchtower. Oh, I see why it's like that. Okay. Duh. Because you need to be able to open it up from the outside as well. You know? There you go. There we go. Open and closes. That's so cool. We are actually, legitimately, we are, like, I know we haven't even used most of the bags, but I feel like most of the builds are, like, kind of done. Am I crazy? Like, this feels very, like, obviously not complete, but, like, it feels complete, though. But yeah, I guess, well, make a video. There was supposed to be a bonus video that came out that I was going to explain a little bit of change in my my schedule, but because this got moved up, because I woke up and I was getting ready to record that video so then I could just get it posted today. Wasn't going to require a lot of recording, a lot of prep, not even really any edits. And then while I was getting ready for that, I got hit with, hey, your package is out for delivery. I was like, what the hell do I have out for delivery that would be up? And lo and behold, it was the Scorpion. So, yes, an unplanned day. Didn't expect all this to drop, but that just means I can move that video to next week or the week after. So lets me think on it a little bit more. Nothing bad with, you know. It is even. Okay, they are even. My brain's not really working. So where are we sitting at? We're at 50, so we're not even an hour in. Nice. And I'm basically like, is that the Xbox trying to turn off? It is the Xbox trying to turn off. I'm trying to save my spot in the Orb episode I'm at. I'm almost done with Orb Origin. I'm on the last 2 episodes, I think. Yeah, this season's only got 12 episodes. So I'm trying to save my spot. So I'm going to have to get up once I'm done with this spot. And reawaken my Xbox, I guess is the way to put it. Oh, and these ones are at the end. These are for the wheel tread bits. So okay. This will kind of help me press the rest of it all together. Ooh, there we go. Oh, sometimes these long flat pieces need a little extra loving to get in. So there we go. We are almost done. Let me reset my Xbox really quick. Or not reset it, but just make sure it doesn't turn off. There you go. I just clicked play for a second. Yeah, we're almost done with Orb Origin. It's been interesting. It is very weirdly paced. That's my big complaint with it. It is paced very much different than most of the new gen. Oh, hi, puppy. Hi, Tater. Tater has decided to bless us with his presence. So we should all feel very lucky. I'm definitely lucky. So, oh my God. Okay, so we gotta, oh my goodness, is this the most complicated turret that they could have built? Did this need this many pieces? I'm a little confused. Oh my goodness. There's so many extra pieces. Not against it, it's just an interesting choice that they would kind of make all these unique-ish looking. This must be from like the Call of Duty line stuff, because this, okay, I can see why they did it this way, because this looks way more accurate than some of the other ones that I've built, if I'm being honest. Yeah, this looks stronger. This looks a little bit more accurate to like a machine gun. Although this little extra wheel piece on here is kind of odd. Once again, not what I would expect, but hey, I'm not the professional. Okay, and Oh, what, you're leaving me? Okay. He's gone board. He's done his safety check, and he decided he didn't care. What the hell is this? I need to play infinite because I don't. What the hell is on this extra bit? Or I need to play with weapons with actual like, or maps with actual vehicles on them. I normally play the small maps, the quick player maps. So. Oh, this is for the arm? Oh. Super. Did you guys hear? Did you guys hear his Tater squeaky toy? There we go. We are done with bag 4. Bag 5 is pretty empty. Not bad. We're under an hour, and we are. I feel like we're got to be like halfway done, over halfway done. Well, especially because part 7 or bag 6, I already have like 7. Damn it. Bag 7, I'm basically already done with a lot of it anyways. So here's some detail work stuff. Yeah. Oh yeah. We are closer to done than not, folks. Because there's only 8 bags, so technically, yeah, we're halfway done. That is a correct statement. And then we're over halfway done because we have other things. Okay, so bag 5. Need one of these 3s. Need 2 of these 2s. We need is that the 6? That looks like the 6 block. 3, 6, yeah. That way you guys can kind of see what I'm working with at least. See that I'm not going completely crazy. So this would be the turret. I've got a feeling this is the top part of the turret, maybe? Yeah, I think, yeah, this is the top of the turret. And then we'll build the bottom with 6 steps, or bag 6. That's my guess. That is my guess. I'm locking it in. Steve Harvey, are we correct? Probably not, but hey, that's A-okay. We attempted. So the singles. Yeah, no, this is definitely the spoiler alert, this is definitely the top side of the turret. This is definitely the top. Okay, well, spoils. That's okay though. This piece, we got another single block and a 3-piece right here. So we put this right here. Oh, and then we build it up like this. Whoa, cool. Then we've got this piece, this piece. Come on, there we go. Let's see here. There we go. Yeah. All right. Ooh, we got some small pieces that I can't really see well. Oh, but we got it though. We got it. We're an expert at this, I think. Built like this. So we got. Well, this is very convoluted. Yeah, this is especially like with the lighting that I have right now with the lights. This is definitely a challenge to see exactly how they want me to do this. So I'm going off of luck and luck alone. So yeah, like this. Hmm. Here we are. And then, oh, what the heck? Oh, maybe this isn't the turret. Maybe this is... No, this is definitely the turret. Never mind. This is literally the front part of the turret. This is for literally the 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 rifle bit, the barrel. Oh God. Oh, my ancestors would not be happy seeing as I struggled with that as I grow up in a hunting state. Whoopsies. There's a... Oops. There it is. So we're literally doing what we just did again, but on the opposite side. And slightly opposite pieces as well, because we have this piece instead of this piece. But that makes it pretty easy to predict where what needs to go when. If that makes sense. Does that make sense? Am I making sense? Maybe I'm not. I don't know. We're an hour in. This blicky is hitting me pretty well. Feeling pretty good. Boom. There's the front of the turret. Whoop. Scorpion is a little bit larger than I thought it was going to be. I'm going to be honest. It's... For a second I was like, well, maybe it'll be smaller. And I was like, that actually probably wouldn't be that bad. But no, this is definitely larger than I thought it was going to be. Once again, not a bad thing, because it means we're getting more of our money's worth with these, which is something I don't think certain other building block company does, because that company is way more expensive. But we'll see. We'll see if, maybe they might improve. They've had some really cool sets. I'm not saying anything bad about Lego, but I just noticed that they're a bit more expensive than the mega sets, and then there's still like the old block formats and stuff, and I'm not crazy about that personally. I like articulation, I like movement, so my little personal shtick with them. Wood piece. There it is. I see. Oh, don't run from me. Oh, is this another mirrored image? This is actually, I think this is another mirrored image. They keep doing this where the front of the boxes are actually a mirror of how the figures are actually. And it looks like we got that again, because there you can see that the barrel is on... Oh, no. Wait, what? I'm confused. Maybe it's not mirrored. I'm just losing my mind. Effectively, I think that is the issue. I've just lost it. I'm gonna be honest. I think that's just it. I think I've just lost it. Oh, what a wonderful day. That makes me want brownies. I guess that I did one of the sets that I built, one of the original sets I got in 2009 of these, the first sets. I remember I ate brownies while I was doing it, homemade brownies. Damn, I haven't done homemade brownies in a long time. Do this. And a little bit of this. Boom. That looks nice. Does that look nice? I think this looks nice. Boom. There's that. Okay, and now we've got this monstrosity. See a lot of pieces here. So you've got the 2 and the 1 connected to the 3. Interesting that they're using the flat pieces with the holes in the middle of them. So that must mean that it's going to have something that sticks into it. I would think. That's normally what that means. Normally. Once again, not a professional. Okay, so we got this piece. Oh, I didn't even realize that this was like a tent size. I thought this would... Oh, well, accidents happen, and that accident happened perfectly. What's this? And I need one of these to stick out on top of this one. Oh, that's as far as I can go. Okay. Unless there's a smaller one. Smaller end? No. Okay. Moving on. We're on step 104 already. Holy moly. Oh, here it is. Okay. I knew it was coming down to this. Here's the barrel. We've got it, folks. So we've got this. This. Oop, I grabbed the wrong piece. I can look at these pieces all day and I'm still going to end up grabbing the wrong ones. So it shows us plugging it into here, but I feel like it might be more stable to do it the other way, but we're just going to listen to the instructions. I need the 2 tent pieces, yes. I need this piece, and then what the heck? Wait, this one. There it is. Plug this in. And we do this. And this, yep, here's the tip of the barrel. This is... And this just plugs in. Does it though? It does. Both of these plug in a little bit more. There we go. Easy to deconstruct though, which I do like because, you know, doing battle damage on this should be easy to do as well. So they want me to put this in here like this. Okay. Interesting. This isn't locked down yet, but I see how it's been done. Interesting. I was kind of guessing that this would have had to be the how this ended because it didn't make sense otherwise, but now it does. And then they just use, so like it's still kind of got movement, but it kind of doesn't. That's so interesting. Once again, I would not have thought to do this. But I like it because it gives it that action. Because when it shoots, it does go, you know? Damn. I wonder, does Halo do builds like this? Like, or not Halo? Does Lego? Does Lego have like complicated builds like this and new mechanics to make things work like this? Because like, I don't personally remember them doing things quite like this. And then we move right into, wait, whoa, we need to open up bag 6? Look at all these extra pieces I have laying over here. Are you sure? That's a lot of extra pieces. It's a lot of extra small pieces. I guess I forget that the part 2 build has some stuff. That's going to be the one thing if I ever do the 2-in-1s. I screw myself because now all these extra pieces, I don't have them organized. I just have them like sitting in a large bag from the elephant, one of the really, really large bags. And I threw all of my extra pieces in there. So, but this will probably be a set that I'll never do the 2-in-1 for because, well, just I won't get a second one, you know. I don't plan on getting a second one of these unless they're going to get like a reissue, which would be cool. But I doubt that's going to happen. So, you know, that's just regrettable. But then again, I thought that, and then that did happen while I was checking. So you never know. It's important to keep hope, you know, as well. Nothing's impossible. It's why, you know, I'm being careful with how I buy my Monster Arts figures, as an example. Because when I go and spend a ton of money on a rare one, you know, in Japan, which it would still be special because it's Japan, but then they're going to literally announce a reissue within, you know, a few months of me, of that. I'm going to be slightly peeved because that means I could have bought other things in Japan, you know. But then again, that's kind of the whole environment for collecting always, you know, for the people who just got a Bandai Movie Monster Series Godzilla 74, and now we have a G-Store, you know, a G-Store version, and a fake Mechagodzilla, and this and that, you know, the cycle repeats. So, but I guess in that mindset, if you really want something, that's when I would recommend to spend that type of money. It's like if you really want it, you really think it's worth that much, that's when, you know, it's okay to buy. Because even if a reissue happens, if you're gonna always love a certain version of it, then it doesn't really matter if it gets a reissue, you know. So do this, and there's supposed to be a second circle piece. Oh, there it is. It's just laying up on its head that I can't see for some reason. I gotta make sure that the ones with the gash marks are on the same side. Or I can try to hide those at least the best that I can, which I normally don't do with these builds. It's something that probably irritates a lot of people, is that I don't like try to hide the cut marks. I'm kind of, admittingly, I kind of jump into these a little aggressively. I won't deny. This is all the way in. This is all the way in. And then we put this in a circle one. Okay. Interesting that that would just be oh, so you do this. Now how the hell okay, just give me a second here. You want me to line up this piece in here. A piece that I can't see, by the way. Damn, dude, that's... Admittingly, that's pretty impressive. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna struggle with this, I'm not gonna lie. Oh, okay. So like, oh, it's to fire it. I didn't even know it had a play mechanic like that. That's crazy. Yeah, this is to fire the gun. Okay. I didn't even know. That makes sense. Interesting. Cool. Well, you learn something new every day when you're building things. And today was that day for me. I found out that there was a plan, and I learned something new. Once again, that's why I love these pieces, because I would have never have thought that. I would have never have thought that. It just, that's so cool. I was honestly like kind of wondering what the hell was going on. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a little dumb. Trust me, chat. I know me better than any of you. I'm pretty dumb. Pretty dumb. Not a lot of thoughts. Kind of like a bulldog sometimes, but they're crafty and clever. I wouldn't necessarily call me crafty and or clever, but that's, you know. Neither here nor there. Okay, so we got this. We've got this one. We got this. We got two of these. Where the hell is the other one? There it is. I moved it out of my way. Two of these threes. Two of these threes. Sweet. Has anyone here watched any Ultraman recently? Watching anything fun? Something maybe you haven't watched yet? I've seen Mebius quite a few times, especially when I was younger. Because that was Mebius was the one that you could basically watch every single episode on YouTube for a long time. I remember it used to be a pain in the ass, because it used to be, that was back when YouTube wouldn't let you upload more than like 8 minutes at a time. I couldn't handle it. You okay, Papa? Are the neighbors getting rowdy or something? I can hear. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but Tater and I can hear like our neighbor's voices pretty clearly through the wall right now. I'm not gonna lie. Like it almost sounds like they're in the apartment, but they're not, because my door is locked. Also, Tater would be in full defense mode. That'd be something. It would not be good. Mainly for the robbers. You can hear them. They've been pretty rowdy lately. Admittingly. I don't know if they're like rebuilding a townhouse behind us. That's probably what it is. So rebuilding it, cleaning it, going through all the fun stuff of being, a renovator for a renter. But sometimes it's like they're literally in the room with you. They're so loud. So we got like 5 or 6 different pieces here. I'm very interested to see how this all interconnects. It's the opposite way. Not that I would have guessed that this part would really matter, but we like to just follow the rules because we've done it before when we don't do it the right way. To go back and rebuild, and we don't want to be doing that. I feel like we're making really good time with this live stream. So where's that? Oh, yeah, and the 3. There we go. We got this. This is the back of it. Yep. Wait. So they're having us put it on here first? Question mark. The whole turret part of this is actually, I'm going to be honest, quite a bit larger than I was expecting. Like, the vehicle itself is larger than I thought, but then that's only bolstered by the actual Scorpion being larger. Yeah, that's how it works. Get a little bit of a play action. And then if you try to spin it this way, it doesn't work. But then you do it that way. You push it too far forward, you kind of gotta zhoosh it back. But then it's got the regular articulation of the joint itself as well. So you can aim it a little bit. Dude, that's yeah. This is a fun little build. By little build, I mean large build, because this is pretty large. Fun little large build. Fun little large build. Oh my goodness. Not using the cap pieces yet. There's those. Then we got 2 of these sad pieces. Okay. So then we do some detail work, some cleanup work, so it looks even. I do appreciate how much Mega really goes in on trying to make these as game model accurate as they can. Obviously, some things are downscaled, some are upscaled. I feel like some of, like the elephant, the scorpion, I feel like these are a little bit larger. I don't feel like I could fit like a small troop on the scorpions in the games, but maybe that's just a me thing. And maybe that's only because of when you're in multiplayer, the vehicle. Well, I feel like they wouldn't have different models for the story mode version of the game, like the campaign and then that. So yeah, maybe it's just my angle of perspective just isn't right. It's possible. It's completely possible. I might just be talking out of my butt too. So ooh, speaking of things that are going to be fun tonight, well, yeah, tonight in hopefully within 12 hours, Godzilla Battle Line will be going into its new season. I think we're like in the 50s now, 60s. I don't know what the actual number season is. I just know it's the Rebirth of Mothra 3 plus Chibi Sofujin season. And I'm very excited, actually. I'm admittingly, I'm pretty pumped about this season. The characters look good. I'm interested to see what the cost of Armor Mothra and the Sofujin were going to be. I swear it was a 4 cost, but for the few videos of people that make Battle Line content that I watch, everyone was saying that we didn't know what the Mothra twins, the Mothra fairies were. So I thought they were a 4. So not just like they're a 4-star, but also that they were legitimately a 4 cost. But I guess I'm just not remembering correctly. Oh, this is on this side. That's why this looks different. Boom. And we put... Oh, interesting. There's this little rubber band. I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see this on the screen. And this keeps the turret from being floppy. Supposedly. It's a little... There we go. We got it. We just had to strong arm it a little bit, you know what I mean? There we go. And like a super thin piece to push it down. Yeah, so that's... Yep, there we go. It doesn't pack like the most like oomph, admittingly, but it gets the job done. That's cool. I'm a big fan. That's cool. I still feel like, is this done? I guess maybe it is done. Well, I do see one more thing that needs to be done. Which I'm guessing is the next step. And that's putting these little circle pieces on here. So one, make sure that the rubber band doesn't get moved off, but it also evens out the detail so it looks good again. Yeah, dude, that's so cool. That is, this is, might be one of the coolest builds. Might be. This is pretty fun. And then this, kind of like this front turret up here. Just kind of clips in place, which gives it kind of a tight rotation. Yeah, this thing's sizable, and I don't have the legs on yet. So we're pretty close to having Sheila done, I would say. Does this side not? Why would this side not have the detail? Oh, that's weird. Unless I just completely skipped this side. I was like, I'm pretty sure both sides have this. My God, there we go. Yeah, so we only have 3 little pieces that time. Okay. Now we're on to what might be the headache of the build. We're gonna pull the 2 small bags out first because there's actually a lot of pieces in this one too. Not gonna lie, there's quite a bit. Quite a bit. I'm going to take a quick drink of Twist Up really quick. And there we go. Whew. Okay. Let's get this. Let's get this done. It's looking like we might be able to finish this before the 2-hour mark. Maybe. We gotta run during this piece, so let's see if we can get it done in under 2 hours. Oh, that small bag. All these nice little small pieces, which suggests to me that this is probably going to be the longest of the parts now. So, kind of sad that I couldn't organize for this one. Oh yeah, ooh, yeah. This is gonna be rough for a little bit, everyone. So I do apologize. There's gonna be a lot of me poking through, trying to find the right piece. I can already see it. We'll do our best. I'll do my best. As long as y'all believe in me, eh? Which one is this one? This is the 2, 4, 6, 8, 2, 4, 6, 8. Yep, there we go. I probably could build 2 of these. Because this is going to be the front, so these front ones, these front wheels, that's what these are. So that is 100% what these are. I don't need help with these. I can see that myself. There's a ton of... Oh, we can pull these orange ones to the back. That is just to make the... that is just to make the piece that helps making the track easier, the track pieces. So that's all that is. Oh, and then I messed this up. Not looking at my pieces. Let's see here. There we go. Here we go. Da, da, da. Oh, what the heck? Okay, so then we do this. Oh, I see it. Yeah, this is the inner piece of the wheel. You can see it right there. Excuse me. Cool. Knowing where I'm at and where I'm going makes this a lot easier. And knowing that I'm going to have to do this twice over, maybe even 3 times over, makes me a little sad. And I could just assume, but last time we did that, it didn't work out the absolute best for us. So you know what? We are gonna take a little bit of time here and just be a little bit more patient with that part of the build. Oh, there's one of these T-spots. Interesting. Yep. Come on. 2. I need a flat 4. Here's the 4. Floor. How's everyone doing today? We doing good? It's a pretty rainy Sunday in South Dakota, not gonna lie, so not bad. Just kind of odd that we went from 60s, 70s, and right back down to this kind of spring weather, which is typical. Normally it doesn't really improve until the end of May, but Still sometimes sad to see. It does not help my seasonal depression at all. Here's the wheels. So we've got a 5. Looks like a 5. Oh, that is definitely a 5. How did I call that? 2 and another 5. Oop, we're skipping ahead a little bit. I still need the 5, but I don't need this piece. Oops. Boop, 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 boop. 2 and another 5. Are we still good? Oop, we're skipping ahead a little bit. I still need the 5. But sorry, I gotta echo this out a little bit. Boop, 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 boop. Okay, we're good. I was gonna say I forgot to take off my original my alarm for the stream, so that's kind of why it cut out for a second. I do apologize. What the heck? Okay, that just completely threw me off my game for a second. I don't know why. Okay, we're building the other side. We're building the opposite side of what we just did. We're literally building that again, but slightly different. Okay. My goodness gracious, guys. So, okay. So we got this side. Oop. Oh, sorry, I almost sneezed there. I was trying to not hold it in because it's not technically healthy to hold in a sneeze, but at least like not do the big old achoo thing, which we're probably going to do here in a second. I will attempt to physically remove myself from right behind the camera so I don't bump the camera and cause a bunch of shaking motion and stuff like that. But 2, to also not make you guys listen to me sneeze so loudly right behind the camera as well. So, yeah, we're gonna, if it gets close again, which it probably will, I will attempt to remove myself quick. I do apologize. That's the only bad thing about not streaming off the PC, like we're used to doing. We're doing it the old-fashioned way of off my phone, because I haven't quite figured out the best way to stream through the PC to my phone so I can still, use all of the positives and all the advantages of streaming off of my, oh, wait. Okay. I thought I did it wrong for a second. I was like, uh-oh. Which I wouldn't have to dismantle it. I would just have to go back and rebuild it, but with in the different order. But thankfully, it doesn't look like we have to do that. So. Oop. So here's the front. Here it is. This is where we're at right now. Just so we have a little bit of context on what we're building, where we're building. Dude, I am pretty pumped Not only this year looking pretty crazy, although a few things have changed, admittedly. A few plans. But one of my favorite bands called Tala are releasing a single this upcoming week. And kind of out of nowhere, I knew it was going to be kind of soon, but I felt like this was a little bit of a surprise of it being this soon. So if you guys are into metal, I would definitely 100% recommend listening to them. They kick so much ass. And hopefully this year I will finally get to see them, because I haven't been able to see them live yet. They've been near me twice, and I haven't been able to go. So hopefully this year I'll be able to make that up, because I would like to see them. I really enjoy them. They were back when I discovered them right before their first album came out. So I wasn't too ahead of the curve, but I wasn't too far off either. They blew me away, and they've continued to blow me away every release that they do. They're a very impressive band, full of just talent. Just incredible. That's about all I gotta say. They're incredible. So, if you guys are into heavier music, that is where I'd recommend you go. If you want some dirt nasty, heavy headbanging music. So, I see Tamashi just made a post on their Instagram. It didn't look like it was a new figure reveal, although we are waiting on Ultraman reveals so far. So it could be. We should be getting at least one Ultraman reveal within the next few days before the April 4th pre-order date. Basically, all of Japan, basically a lot of the products, mainly Tamashi's, all go up at once. Legion was kind of a unique situation, probably just due to the sheer fact of how much she costed. They dropped hers early, but kind of like the Godzilla 2000 coming out, it goes up for pre-order on the 4th, and we don't have a Dragon Ball figure. We don't have an Ultraman figure for this slot yet. It could just be reissues. It doesn't necessarily have to be something brand new. Could just be reissues. But I have a leaning feeling that maybe Ultra Mother probably will finally be getting a full order announcement, hopefully. Me and Matt are very impatiently waiting for Ultra Mother. She's a character that desperately, even Father, like, it's crazy that they took so long to get these two to us, but it also works because they're in the age of some of the best engineering for the Ultraman line yet. So, I mean, you win some, you lose some, you know. Had to wait, but ended up getting a better product in my mind. In my opinion, I think we got a much better product than if it would have came out like 2 or 3 years ago. So, because there's been some pretty, I wouldn't say drastic engineering, but just like quality. Like I said, the paint feels better now that like new gen's out. They're doing these new gen versions, but even some of the older Ultraman like re-releases are getting a little bit more metallic than gray paint. They look really, really nice. So, and that really speaks to me. You guys should kind of, I'd hope, kind of see that by now. I like a product that looks good, even if it doesn't necessarily look accurate, but it looks good. But I'm also easy to please, so with aesthetic on figures. So I'm not gonna sit here and pretend that I'm that tough to please. Can't wait for the G-Fest haul. I'm gonna be in the heat. I got a feeling. If I can even find a SH Monster at Shimo there. If I can. I want it. That's where I'm gonna buy it, hopefully. we go, and we're almost done with this part. These are actually going together quite easily, I'm not gonna lie. Interesting, all the engineering in here. Look at all that. You would never know that, excuse me, from seeing the outside. Okay, we're almost 2 hours in. So let's see if we can keep it under 3 hours. This is what I should have said earlier. I think we'll be able to, because we're basically, well, we're very, very close to the end. I'm gonna just spoil it a little bit for you guys. We are very close to the end. We build another one of these, and then we build the two back ones, and then just a little bit of detail. Well, oh, excuse me, no. So the step 7 is the right side, and step 8 is the right side. So however long it takes us to do this is basically how long it's going to take us to do the other one. So there you go, kids. We don't have much time left. Oop. And just like that, the console is getting ready to turn itself off again. Which, you know, I probably should just let it do because I'm not using it, but you know. And a 4-step. Okay. I will admit, kind of needing to use the restroom here soon, so we might take like a 5-minute potty break. 5 or 6 minute potty break, possibly. Oh, probably won't be that long. Probably only like 3 minutes. Oops, sorry. I'm shaking the camera a little bit with my leg. I do apologize. Yeah, so, okay. So moving up the time was the correct call, because if this is going to take 2 to 3 hours, I think I still probably would be getting done by the time the missus is home, but to say it would be close would be an understatement, and that was not the goal. The goal was to have this not be a close call. So thankfully, you know, I did make the right choice. So come on. There you go. Oh, that's cute. These actually roll up and down. Cool. Okay. That's sweet. So maybe this is actually the right side and not the left side. Gotta be honest, I can't tell. I guess, yeah, it could be either way. This could be the left side or it could be the right side. This is one of the front turrets. That's all that really matters. It's one of the fronts. So I need these grates, and I need one little 3. Okay, we've done that. So then we do, making sure that I haven't messed this up. Yeah, if I would have tried to do 2 of these at the same time, folks, we would have been cooked. I would have messed up big time. Would have messed up big time. There we go. But we didn't. Somehow. Somehow did not mess up. Too bad, at least. Let's do all the detailing on this. Yeah, dude, these just look, these builds, these sets, the colors, the marbling on these. I think that's honestly like low-key one of the big things that pulls me to Mega Halo. And has always pulled me to Mega Halo is like these marbled pieces that just are so different, so unique. Because I don't think Lego even does this very commonly. Because like even like their big sets, their masterpiece, masterline sets, whatever their major line is called, I don't think they even do that for like the Death Star and the Millennium Falcon. So like, you know, like it's very different. And I get that every Halo set basically has this one way, shape, or form, but I like that. I don't mind. I don't mind. Oh, we actually want the signals. Interesting. Is there a 2? There is a 2. Okay. And just like that, folks, we are done. We're just about done with one wheel section. See, now here it is. This is where we would be like, oh, now we've got to build a track. But no, I took care of this. I took care of this ahead of time. Because I had to. Because I wasn't going to put you guys through the torture that is me putting these tracks together. Because trust me when I say it would not be fun. Man, Tamashi is posting a lot right now. Did we just get a reveal? Did we just get a reveal? Is anyone in chat? Tamashi, Fallen Tamashi. Did we just get figure reveals? Forgot. Oh, forgot to put do not disturb on. Forgot to turn off my original alarm. Had to start early. I'm a little off my gourd, but it would look like to me that Tamashi did post something. So, unless they're posting for Mecha Gigantron. It could be Mecha Gigantron, actually, because I think she comes out today in Japan, or in the morning for us, basically. There we go. Boom. There's our first track. And now, guess what? We do it all over again. Here we go. Kind of surprised this isn't going to have me put it on, but I'm pretty sure it's like that, so. Holy Jesus Christ. Oh my god, that's so large. I have no space on my display. I have no space on my display for this. I have no idea where this is going to go, folks. I am I am worried. I have no idea where that's going to go. I'm going to be real. I'm going to have to change up my whole display, which, to be fair, I've kind of got like the Covenant and the Banished, so like the Halo Universe stuff and the Halo Infinite line mixed together. So what I might do this time for this display, I might just make it a Halo Infinite display and a Halo Universe display, which it's going to look a little icky on the Universe because I don't have a lot of Covenant units or Flood. So like you're going to see a big old elephant taking on one ghost and one banshee or two banshees. It's going to look a little lopsided, but you know, whatever. The Infinite display is going to look really nice. I'll toot my own horn. I got most of the Infinite, like actual like vehicle build sets for the like the mid-scale stuff. So, most of them. I'm still, you know, I'll work my way back once we're not saving for G-Fest. The only thing I'll focus on, so we might get some sets only if I see things are going out of print. But once again, I'm not like I'm not gonna panic too much. I already did panicking. That's why I have so many sets right now. You know, so a lot of panicking and excitement as well. A lot of panicking and excitement for new Halo sets, which we also got to keep in mind that there's going to be maybe new Halo sets within the next 3 or 4 months. We had the leaks, or not the leaks, but we saw packaging. Doesn't mean anything because there's the new Mattel Brick Shop, which might be the only reason why we haven't gotten new sets yet, is they had to completely redo packaging, and that does, admittingly, I can tell you from working a business who had to do something like this, it takes a long time to rebrand and then actually get the products that you're making rebranded. It's a whole thing. It's a whole damn thing. So if that's the only reason why we're waiting for new sets, is they have to do the rebranding with the Mega or the Mattel Brick Shop stuff, I'm all for it. Because yeah, these Watchtower sets, I forget what, it's a Halo 2 map. It's the desert set with like the sniper, the crow's nest. It's based off of that, and it's a set that has basically had bits and pieces over the years anyways. Oh, my Xbox turned off. Oh well, whoopsie. Bits and pieces of that being built, you know, throughout the years. So it's cool to even, I had to be reminded, when I watched a video after seeing the leaks and someone was breaking down, like, oh yeah, no, these have been, you know, you remember these if you're an older collector. And I was like, oh yeah, shoot, I do remember this. I remember almost buying one of these, and then I didn't, and I regret it. You know, but not much you can do. Not much you can do. Yeah, so we are now, I think we're officially 2 hours in, or about to be 2 hours in. We're just about done. I think it took me like 10 minutes, 15 minutes to get that side done. So yeah, we should be, in theory, we should be done pretty quick here. Pretty quick. Because literally, it's this, we finished this one, and then we've built one of each of the treads already. Because this should be the smaller one in the back. It should be, at least. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's both the front ones, and then the step 8 is both the back. Actually, I do think it's that way. I think those are the back ones. So it'll only get easier with the more time that goes on. Well, kind of. Theoretically, it should be easier. And then we do this. Which is good, because I'll have to take Tater out, and I've got to make a quick run to Walmart. I'd like to get there before the girlfriend's back. That way I can just see her after work. But we'll see. Boom, bam, boom. 3, 4. 3, 4, and these. Literally the opposite of what we just made. Yep, okay. So yeah, this probably is the other front tread piece. There we go. Gotta make one of these again. And the 2 and the thing. We do actually know what goes here, so I'm just gonna put this piece in so I don't have to keep fighting with this gray piece. There we go. Pretty sure it was that one. Yes, it was. Okay. And then, oh yeah, we gotta add the extra wheels. Oh my goodness, someone's doing a burnout outside. Oh my goodness. Constantly around here. We got someone who's been works on their car constantly. I know it's South Dakota, and I know it's not just South Dakota, but like that's one of like the big hobbies around here is cars and stuff. That's not really my thing, but just fair, That's not judgment. It's just not my thing. But we have so many people around here that's their big hobby, and no matter where I move, no matter which town, which city, just constantly, you can just hear people revving their engines, working on it all day, blasting big old speakers, and then you just hear them working on their cars, and then you hear them revving up and stuff. One of the last places I worked or lived, not the direct last one. This would have been, I did make a little bit of content. Actually, the start of this channel was at that place. I had someone who just, that's all he did. He had his garage. He would night and day, every single day when he wasn't at work, he'd be working on that car. A lot of dedication. I can't imagine the money, more than what we spend here on toys and stuff. So just a lot of dedication, a lot of hard work. So I can respect the hell out of that. So working on your craft, doing what you love, kind of like what we're doing, but more important probably. But it's not to say that we don't have fun here, right, everyone? We have some fun. Oh, this is the 5. Excuse me. Yeah, we're blasting through this. We're blasting through this now. Yeah, we're officially just right in 2 hours. Sorry, I'm keeping counter because I want to, like I said, I would like to try to get this done in under 3 hours is the goal. So now we're in the final stretch of the build, the very final stretch. Like, it will only get easier here. But also because of that has a little bit of a timetable on how quick I got to get this thing done. So, and that's the fun part. We'll see. I gotta start. Maybe what I should do to make this a little harder, maybe I should hit another blicky real quick. Huh? Maybe not. That would maybe make it take too long, though. Because it's kind of why I was a little sluggish at the beginning, because I was like, ooh, and now I'm like, I'm in a good space. I'll have to wait a little bit longer before I can drive. So actually hitting something right now would be bad, because that would push me back another 2 or 3 hours. So yeah, we'll not be doing another blinky. Doesn't matter what type of influence it is. We don't condone driving under the influence at all. Not good on this channel. Not good. Drink responsibly. That's Thirsty Thursday Toys. Asks us every video, and it's an important one. Drink responsibly, blicky responsibly, just live responsibly. Just live. Another 5 that I assumed was a 4. God damn it. Every time. So, but yeah, once I can get, I feel like these streams will be much more entertaining in a way once I finally figure out how to get it to work from my PC so I can stream from there, because then I can create a layout. We can do all the fancy stuff with it. Where here it's like every moment I'm sitting here, I'm checking my iPad, which is off to the side with me, which is rapidly dying for only watching a YouTube video. I have nothing else running, but it's 3 years old at this point, 4 years. It's admittingly it's getting up there in age. So like I kind of get it. I do. But it is kind of below. I'm trying to do things like this, and I can't see the chat. So I might That's the other goal, is finish before all the equipment dies. That's the other goal of these live streams, which will make it fun once we hopefully get to a point where, I'm in a good spot. I can get one of those really big sets. The the Infinity from Halo. I think that was a Halo 4 set, a Halo 5 set. That that is a set right there. I want to build live. The Infinity. It's like a 2,000, 3,000 plus. It would be like a streamathon. It'd be huge. It'd be fun. I think at least it would be fun. I don't know about you guys. Maybe you guys wouldn't have so much fun, but I'd love to do that and just stream just for hours and hours. Of course, I would have to. I only use a MagSafe charger for my phone. I don't use a cord at all. I've quote unquote evolved from it. But I would have to buy a cord because my phone would not last that long. Even if I put it in battery save mode the whole time, it would die pretty. It would die quickly. So, you know, there's other things, not just for the streaming value, like, actually buying that set and then, doing the stream, but then everything else that goes with it. And that's one of the things I would want to make sure that I could do it off of my PC to kind of help alleviate, so I don't have to worry about the iPad, and I could, we could have fun with it. We can have animations, fun things. Just have an absolute blast with it, if that was something of interest to everyone. I kind of selfishly hope it would be. I'll admit, a little selfishly, I hope it would be, because I want to do that. So we'll probably end up doing that anyways, but hopefully we can have a little bit more of an audience with those, because those larger streams are definitely, with something like that, would be more entertaining maybe for everyone else. If there was rules, maybe have judges, I don't know, things to make it fun. Maybe have some friends with me just to have conversation where it's like this. I've been talking to you guys, but basically I've been talking to myself for the most part. To keep it entertaining, so we don't sit in silence and it's weird and awkward. Where, like, at least if I had like a friend here, we could have some conversation, talk about figures, talk about life, talk about Godzilla. Oh, now they're vacuuming. The neighbors, which, once again, that's okay. So if you guys can hear the vacuuming, I do apologize, but, welcome to not owning your own property. And I do not own my own property, so I would love to say not yet, but it's not looking too good for our generation, the Gen Zs. We're going to be in our 30s, and it really doesn't look like property is going to be something we're going to be able to own for most of us, unless you were smart, saving the whole time, didn't have hobbies, or didn't buy things on impulse, to which case, then that's just a self-control issue. There we go. This one's set. And then we just gotta build these pieces. And there we go. We've got both main tracks done. And here's where we would build again the tracks. And we're not doing that, thankfully. It would be hell for you guys. Just trust me when I say that, okay? It'd be the literal definition of hell. It'd be miserable to watch me build these tracks. I've gotten it down to where I can do it quick, but just because I can do it quick does not mean that it is any sense of the word, entertaining. And it's definitely not a word I would use. Okay. There we go. Still struggling with this. There we go. Come on. click into place. There we go. It is clicked into place. We are all done. I do apologize. There we go. Okay, so once again, oh, that sounds good. Okay, so we got a few extra pieces once again over here. So now we got to do the same thing, but they're smaller. These are slightly smaller. But for the most part, they're going to be about the same build. So, fun. And that really put an age on me, I feel like. The old It's Friday parody thing video. I feel like that really just aged me out. Oh, dude. Early 2000s. Can't believe it's so far gone. I feel like sometimes I forget, like, we're 2025, because the first 2 years of our 2010s were basically COVID lockdown, you know? And those first 2 years kind of got taken away a little bit. Like 2022 is returning to a semblance of normal, and it is weird to think about. It's kind of crazy. It really goes to show how old I am. I think a little bit. So reminds me, I'm getting old. I'm almost 30, which is not a thought I relish too much. Not because it's bad to get older. It's just, whew, I'm feeling it. I'm feeling old, guys. I'm feeling old. Wow, these are much smaller than the regular ones. Much smaller. Holy moly. That's going to make these really easy then. These are almost a whole layer smaller. That's crazy. Oh my God. You should, oh my goodness. Okay, I'm going to try to do this part on camera, because this is kind of crazy. Actually, I'm going to, oh, what the hell? This is huge right here. Crazy little piece. So it's 2. That's just wild. It looks cool. Looks funky. These also look way more stable than the larger ones. I'm gonna lie. These got a lot more back and forth connecting on it than I'm gonna be honest, than the other ones. I want us to plug the wheels in early on these ones. Okay. Yeah, we'll be done. We'll be done in about 25 minutes, I think. Yeah, we'll be finishing up probably about 2.5 hours, I would say. That's probably where this is. So this will be the longest build stream. That would be the one before this was, I think, 2 hours and 10 minutes, 2 hours. And I kind of, fidangled there at the end. Where this one, it's going to be we're going to get right out of this SOB, I think. So yeah, that's kind of incredible. Once again, I could be building 2 of these at the same time to really guarantee that I'd be done, but we're going to play the safe game. Because, I don't trust myself. One, I need a 2. I also need a 3. That's not the 3 I need, though. It's a different 3 piece in there. And then I need a 4. Take the 4. Post it on here. And then we take this, which is kind of like the stopper, so it doesn't get all crazy. And then we do 2 and a 3. A whack, bam, boom. And then we're making this same piece over again, just to give them credit. Great design. There we go. So again, I'm going to look ahead, make sure it is the same piece as we used last time, which it is. Where's it at? There we go. We're going to cover this so we don't have to deal with this thing trying to fall out every 10 seconds. There we go. Okay. We need 2 more of these. We need another 2, and I need a 4 thick. Oh, I saw a notification. Hopefully it can wait for a little bit. We're almost at the end. I was gonna take that bathroom break, and nah, let's just, F it. Let's just get it done. Let's just get it done, I'm ready to get this done. I like building these. I like the time that it takes. It makes me feel mentally, it makes me feel pretty good because I'm using my skull a little bit more than I normally do. But it doesn't mean that I'm also not excited to see this at the end. And then also, like I said, I really got used to the bathroom. But we're gonna hold it. This is the hustle part. This is what makes it difficult. Instead of taking a blinky, I am holding in the restroom, which technically isn't a healthy thing to do, but I'll add a little bit of oomph to it. Wait. These did not line up. Wait, what? Wait. Oh, okay. I just didn't look at what I was supposed to be reading. I still didn't look. No. I'm confused. Wait a second. Wait. 2 of the long ones and 2 of the long ones. And they want me to do this, but in the instructions it shows it evened out. Oh, okay. I see. I messed up. So it does want me to use there's 2 different lengths for these ones. It just, instead of putting the one that it actually wanted and like showing it first, they copy and pasted the images. I see. So user error. And that's what that ends up being, is this is a user error. There we go. Yeah, we got this. I don't know why I questioned that. It was just like, it was obviously this was the issue. All right, so now when we get back to this piece on the other side, hopefully I don't make the same mistake. That is the worry. Go. Boom, 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 boom. And then we got 2 5s, right? 2 5s. Yeah, 2 5s. Where's the 5s? There's a 5. There's a 5. And we have one of these. Which, we already did that part, so we don't have to worry about it. I worked a little bit ahead. Such a bad instruction follower, I guess. Yes. Come on. There we go. Boom, boom, boom. And then we've got a 4. That's not the 4 that I needed, but this would be. And then we got this long one. I believe this is a 6. No, a 7. Are these 7s? 2, 4, 6, 8. No, 8s. I was gonna say, I don't think I see 7 long ones very often, so that would be a little bit of a shock even for me. There's that. And then we do this again. We're on the outside of it now, at least on the inside of this. I'm pretty sure these are exactly made the same way, these back ones. Oh no, because the grading will technically be different. So yeah, no. Doing these one at a time was smarter. Only if for that reason. But if you guys saw that a little bit, by the end of this page, we will be building the first one. So we have just timed ourselves, basically put a timer on ourselves. I'm pretty excited. I like the minifigures. I know I kind of was talking about them earlier, but I like the hunters. I like the updated articulation. They've got so much articulation. The only thing that they don't have is head articulation. There's a ball joint where the head is because the mask is molded to fit the neck almost exactly. It just doesn't really articulate too much, which, you know, is fine. It's not like a showstopper, but it would have been pretty cool to be able to have the heads turn, because it used to be attached at the neck in the body instead of the head on the neck. So, and I can't really get the necks to move, so I don't think those are supposed to. So it's limited, but it's not. But then it's like, it's got ankle articulation. All the joints on it are basically all just ball joints. So they, although they're limited, they do have some crazy range as well. I'm very excited to attempt to see how I would stop motion one of those. You know, I'm very excited. I'm in for the challenge. That's what excites me, is the challenge. And they look like the easiest articulated hunters to stop motion so far that I've used. So there it is. So we got that piece, this piece. Sorry, this part I've kind of got to keep a little bit off screen. A little bit. I do apologize. Just making sure we got these pieces, getting down to it. There we go. We got one of these. We got, is that a 5? That is a 5. There's a 5. 5, 5, 5. There it should be. Didn't even grab the first 5 that I saw. Oops. Building it like this. Like that, and then we need a triple. Go right here. And we need a double to go right here. Woo! Kind of had a tight clip. 3. Wait, what? Wait. Are these supposed to be angled? Like, to do it like this, they need me to, like, angle it? Wait, did I miss a step? I did miss a step. I completely just blanked over it. Okay, that's why this didn't work correctly. I was like, whoa, 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 wait a second. This would be why. We were not paying attention. We're not paying attention at all. There we go. There we go. Now we're in the court. We are back. Dun, 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 we are back. There we go, folks. I was like, that would be a kind of a crazy move to be like, hey, this needs to be angled like this. And it's just like, are you? No. No, thank you. That would be awful. Where is the armor places that will go out on the opposite side of these? There they are. Yes, it's just half and half. Oh yeah, it's just half and half, baby. The fun part, get to put the track in. Feed it. I should have recounted these just one more time, but I mean, they've been fitting in, so. There we go. Wait, is that it? These are this blank, really? Okay. Oh, well, huh. All right, well, there's the back one. So now we do this process one last time all over again, folks. And then we are basically done. We're done after this. So I'm pretty pumped, not gonna lie. This thing is large. I'm gonna have to change up my halo display, which is fine. I kind of predicted it would be. The skiff interceptor is kind of in a weird spot. Just kind of, it's in the spot that the Scorpion was going to take. So, you know, all's well that ends well. You know what I'm saying? So, just means that we have to change up the shelves again. One of the main reasons why I haven't done a collection video in so long is because the displays just keep changing. I just keep changing things. I can't be fully satiated with what I've got. Satisfied, satiated, all kind of the same thing. So, want more. It's not that I strive for perfection. It's just like I change it so much. I like changing it. It's always nice to see the collection in a different angle and light, you know? It's just nice. Oh, man. Oh, we were getting close to that 30-minute mark. We were about, or that 3-hour mark. We were 2.5 hours in right now. We've got to put our Heelys on. It is 7 o'clock. Yeah, I am definitely very pleased that I decided to move it up 2 hours. We would not be getting done by the time that I needed to get done. So this is only a victory for anyone who's taken time out of their day to take some time and watch. Thank you guys so much. I do appreciate it. I know these aren't, once again, the most popular things on the channel, the streams and stuff, but I really do enjoy making these. So always will ask to give it a shot, and if you don't like it, then that's absolutely a-okay, of course. But something different, something to keep, you know, fresh content. We don't want to be repeating too much, and that's, you know, one of the things, you know, why I'm not like rushing to make Dokkan content. Well, and won't make super regular streams out of Dokkan or Battleline. It's just because I don't want to repeat. You know, I want to try to do some different stuff, some unique stuff for you guys. But that's a while down the road too. When there's so many people making content, it is hard to make. It's hard to find original original content. So to like make an original idea, because everyone's done it at this point. There's hundreds of millions of YouTubers out there, and there's thousands and thousands and thousands of Godzilla YouTubers, you know. So there's a lot that goes into this. But I just thank everyone for taking their time watching this little channel. I'm glad to be back. I'll keep saying it, guys. I am actually glad to be back. I have never been, it's well, not never, but it has been a long time since I've been so like pumped to make content like this. It feels good. It feels very, very good. So I cannot wait to continue making more, and hopefully continue impressing you guys. So we've got some fun stuff here down the road. There we go. We got this, and then we plug it in right here. Because now if we get this done early, I can finish Orb Origin as well before the missus gets home. So this is good. Won't be distracted, hopefully. Tater, what you doing back there, Billy? Silly Billy. Keeps acting like he's gonna, I don't know. He's acting like someone's trying to come into the door. I guess he's not used to his mom being at work at this time of night, so he's probably struggling a little bit. Poor guy. I get that. Just waiting and waiting and waiting. He's definitely not going to be happy that I have to run to Walmart. He's going to be a grumpy. He's the boss of the house after all. Yeah, we're in the end game, folks. It feels good to be like this done. You know what I mean? Like this just feels good. There we are. Overall, I would say for how many pieces this has, this definitely doesn't feel like a 1,000-piece build. This felt pretty tame. I'm going to be honest, and I mean that in a good way. Like this, I feel like we whipped right through it. I feel like we haven't been live for almost 3 hours. I feel like that's also the other thing. I feel like this has just gone really, really quick, which is enjoyable. You know, it means I had fun. Hopefully you guys had fun. Yeah, here it is. Man, ooh, we are right here. We're at the finish line. Which is great because I still need to use the restroom. We get extra pieces of these, it looks like. These little side pieces. Looks like we get one extra of each side, maybe two. That's kind of crazy. That seems like a piece they wouldn't want to give out, but hey. I'm not the boss, and I will take it. I will take it. Hi, Bubba. Hi, Bubba. Like that. Stop doing your live stream and come play with me. Come play with me, Dad. Or play with me on stream during the live stream, because everyone loves me. I'm the dog. Everyone loves doggies. That is true. I probably could do a live stream just playing with Tater, but don't know how the hell I would film that. He's a rowdy one, to say the least. He is a rowdy one. I don't even need the instructions for this part. Here it is, folks. This is it. We're done. We just gotta attach these, put the track on. This is it. Game over. This is it. This is it. Well, last 2 or 3 pages. All right. Let's build Sheila. No, these are all extra pieces. This is, oh, these aren't extra pieces. I skipped this part. Yeah, we got 1 extra of each little. I feel like this should be like on here somewhere, right? Like, am I wrong? Like, should it be like this on each one? This just feels like a weird piece to have extra. Or maybe like Tater. Oh, grumpy. Yeah, something's happening outside he's not a fan of. I don't know. We'll do that. I don't know. That's my own little throw-in on the build. I was going to say, watch us not have built that part correctly. That would have been a tragedy. It had to go all the way back. But justice prevails. We have got our Halo Infinite. It doesn't roll the best, I'm not gonna lie. It does have some issues rolling. That's it. Boom. We're done. Mark that in 2.5 hours. It might just be the table too. There we go, yeah. They're a little tight. That's fine. Yeah. So we can move up, down. I might need to tighten up the build a little bit. Yeah, it seemed to pop some of these pieces loose. Maybe that's why. So, yeah, there we go. Our fully functioning Scorpion turret is done. And then, yeah, pop this open. Have to move this out of the way. But you can pop a, oh, excuse me, minifigure down in there. Or you can put one in this little turret right here. Pretty cool. So yeah, there's the set, everyone. The Scorpion Clash, which, by the way, how many steps is that? This was 243 sets, or 243 steps at 75 pages, not including the breakdown pages and stuff and the other sets that are in here, which I do have to break this out. I have to look at which Infinite sets I'm missing. So the Gun Goose set is actually a little bit hard. The helmet sets, there's 6 of those, and then there's this set. I don't have that one. Oh, that's a I think that's a Hero Wave actually. So that's gonna suck, or a mystery pack maybe. So, but there it is. Everything's done. The Scorpion. Pull the spines up in here real quick, and everyone else. Oop, knock people down. Tater. I hear you. He wants to play with the kids, actually. I can hear kids screaming and playing outside. There we go. There it is. There they are. Boom, bam, boom. There's the Scorpion Clash with our Elite General, our 2 Banished Hunters. Who's this? It starts with an S. Stone, Stone, Spartan Stone, and just a nameless Marine. So that's it, everyone. Thank you all for watching. Thanks for hanging out for 2.5 hours. I really appreciate it. Hopefully, you all enjoyed. I will see you guys. Like I said, I don't know when the next Mega Blocks build will be. It's probably, well, Mega, and it might be Mattel Shop by the time that there's new sets. So it's going to be a little while, but that's a-okay. We've got some kaiju stuff coming up, some reviews. Very excited to show you guys those. Take care. Battle Line stream and maybe a Dokkan stream within the next few days as well. So yes, Dokkan stream in 2 days, Battle Line stream basically in the morning. I might wait till I wake up, but it's also Monday, so people are going to be at school. So we'll see what it is. I'll see how maintenance is. We'll go from there. So thanks again for watching, everyone. Take care. Have a wonderful day. See you in the next one.